Hi, my name's Douglas and I am part of the Lenovo Insiders program, and today I've gotten from them a Lenovo IdeaPad U310 Touch. Now, this particular one they've sent me has an i7-3537U at 2 GHz, which can turbo up to 3.1 GHz, yes. It's got 4 GB of RAM, Intel integrated graphics, 13-inch screen, I believe, with running at 1366 by 768, a 500 gig hard drive with a 24 gig micro SSD cache. Ports wise, it's got a HDMI port, two USB 3 ports, one USB 2 port, memory card reader, audio ports. It also has Intel 2230 Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth, and it comes pre-installed Windows 8. Yeah. So one of the many things I like about the Lenovo's is that you can generally, well, they do provide an excellent service manual, and in the service manual they provide you instructions on how to replace parts yourself, so that if you are out of warranty and just want the part, you can source the part yourself and put it in yourself, provided you are handy with a screwdriver and can follow instructions. Most people can do that. In this one, pretty much everything's replaceable. You can replace the battery, which involves removing the bottom cover. You can replace the hard drive, the memory, the Wi-Fi card, the fan and the heatsink assembly, the keyboard, the motherboard, the LCD. You can replace pretty much everything in this. You could pull this apart and replace all the parts if you really wanted to, judging by the contents of the hardware maintenance manual, which is available on Lenovo.com on their support site. So, otherwise, yes. So let's actually get this one unboxed, shall we? Scissors. There we go. No ceremonial box cutter, just a pair of common scissors, unfortunately, to break the seal on this one. Now, this one is... oh, this is already broken. This one is... I think this one is, they don't make this one anymore, so if there's any stock remaining, it'll be in stores such as Newegg, Amazon.com, etc. I'm from Australia. This has actually come from America for me, so we don't actually have the IdeaPads in Australia, so this will be a new experience for me as well, because I've only ever used ThinkPads and the very budget Lenovo B590, which is still a pretty good laptop, except it's just very basic. It's not, you know, this I think falls in between the basic B590, the G range and so on, but before the ThinkPads, which are more corporate grade laptops, not designed for entertainment. This is an Ultrabook as well, hence the U designation at the start of the model number, and the U processor, although that hasn't stopped other people from using Ultrabook processors in non-Ultrabook laptops. Looking at you, Dell. Okay, so let's open this one up. So, oh, this is very nice. So in here we have the actual laptop, but we will get to that later. Okay, first things first, a little box. Welcome to your new laptop. Well, congratulations on your new laptop. I think that's very cheery. Always a good way to start. So we have in here an American power cord. Again, not particularly useful to me. I'm in Australia, so we'll chuck that away. I've got an Australian one I can use somewhere else. A power brick. Very small, actually. I have one for my ThinkPad here, so this is, I'd say it's about 4 inches long. I have a 60 watt one for my ThinkPad in here. Sorry, a 90 watt one. So this is the 90 watt ThinkPad adapter. This is a, good question, 20 volt one. Oh, this is also 20 volts, so it's certainly a lower wattage. It's much smaller, as you can see. Definite size difference there. Again, ThinkPad T530 with a dedicated graphics, so it's going to be a bigger power supply. This one, because it's an Ultrabook, will obviously have a small power supply, which it clearly does. It's actually quite tiny, quite compact. I like that. I'm liking that already, and it's just the power supply. So let's put that on there. And what else is there? Nothing else in that box. That's okay. What else is in the box today? Apart from the computer. It's actually very heavy. I'm sorry, I'm used to my T530, which is a lot heavier and a lot bigger. Documentation, always fun. It's good to see that it looks like there's a decent amount of documentation with this. Toshiba usually, because I deal a lot with the Toshiba systems at work, you get a poster telling you how to plug it in and turn it on and click next. And you get a piece of paper telling you about Norton backup and a piece of paper telling you about the warranty. So we have a setup poster for the laptop, which is, dare I say, quite nicely laid out. good picture here describing all the connections and things, as well as your initial setup instructions, which involve plugging in, which I will do a little bit later, and how to use the, oh, it's got a click pad. That will be fun. Not a fan of click pads. Let's see if this one is actually usable. Just basic instruction. Also tells you that you should expect a computer, AC adapter, power cord, optical disc, which aren't included because it doesn't have an optical drive on this one, and manuals in the form of setup poster, safety and general information guide, and there's also information on warranty and accessories. Little upselling there, which is okay. This is actually quite a good documentation. I haven't seen one. Generally, this is actually pretty good as far as they go. Yeah, so we'll put those over there, and the main thing we're actually looking at today, a laptop, which is also packed quite nicely. Again, like coming from the cheapest where they usually come in a little plastic baggie, it's nice to see this one, which is, oh, it's got Velcro on it, so it's a little reusable slipcase for it, which might actually come in handy because, again, I have a T530 which fits quite nice into my backpack. So, I'll take it out of here. Oh, goodness. So, this one, it comes in a nice dark grey colour. Not particularly thick. Again, I have never had an Ultrabook before, so this will be new for me. Again, I can hold it quite comfortably in one hand, like that, and this, I'm not particularly strong in my left arm either. So let's have a quick run around the sides. On this side we have one key recovery on the side, which is an odd placement. Heat vent, Ethernet, HDMI, and your two USB 3 ports and a little light. I'm going to assume that's either power or hard drive activity. On the back, nothing but the hinge. On the side we have AC, USB 2, yes, USB 2 port and a combo headphone port. This is actually made of metal. It's a 4x3 full metal body, which is pretty good. Let's open this one up. And a little keyboard protector. So what have we got? Nice keyboard, typical Lenovo keyboard, which is good. Unfortunately, function control what I'd consider backwards. Everyone else would consider that normal. I think Lenovo are the few manufacturers who do have function before control. I imagine that would be reversible, or it's just something I'll just have to get used to. A click pad doesn't feel too loose, quite tight. Nice big size, I will say. Nice keyboard with hotkeys by the looks of things set to default. Again, something I personally am not a fan of. I like my F keys to behave like F keys, and when I want to do fun things, I press my little red fun button. Power light, again, I do like this little design. You probably can't see it, but the little lights, the power symbol will be the power light, and it's all made of little dots. It's an Ultrabook. It's got the Intel Core i7 processor, Energy Star certified, and it's got a glossy touchscreen. I did have a glossy screen on my SL400. It wasn't a touchscreen. This was back in the days of Vista. So this will be interesting to see. And US English keyboard, which is good. That's what we use in Australia. Again, not particularly heavy. I will get my T530 out and we can compare. Okay. Ooh, bit warm. So this is the T530. We'll open that up. Sit that on my lap. And we'll sit this one on top. So, oops, booting up. So, a bit of a size difference. Again, this is only 13 inch. The T530 is a 15 inch computer. One thing that I have noticed that will certainly be different is this one only has a 1366 by 768 screen. My ThinkPad's got a full HD screen. Now, I'm not too keen on 1366 by 768. It's just unfortunate that it is quite common still on most laptops. Hopefully it's something we can see evolve along soon. If you can get a higher resolution model, strongly recommend going for that, because you will want the higher resolution. I've gotten used to full HD and being able to have two windows comfortably side by side on the screen and that kind of thing as well. That being said, it does have the advantage of being a touchscreen, which is good for Windows 8. I did use a touchscreen Windows 8 laptop at work one day, started using the screen, and then every other laptop for the rest of that I tried to touch their screen because it was just that useful and that intuitive. Even if it was running Windows 7, I'd just try and touch it and was wondering why it didn't work until I realised not a touch screen. Again, we'll just compare thickness as well. Here we go. So the U310's on top, obviously. Nowhere near as thick. I could probably stack 2 or 3 of these on top of each other before we come close to the thickness of the T530. They are, I think, the same generation. They both have third generation processors. Again, IdeaPad versus ThinkPad. So yes. So anyway, that's the unboxing. I will set it up and I'll play with it over the next couple of weeks. You can follow me on Twitter. I'll probably tweet about it on the Twitter, DouglasAC10 on Twitter. And you can see me, I'll probably tweet about it and tell you how it goes. Yeah, I'll let you know. It'll be 2 weeks probably before I can put up a decent review of it and say what's good, what's bad. But so far I'm quite impressed with it. It's actually better, just looking at it, it's better than what I thought it would be. So thanks for listening and I'll catch you later. Thank you.